Hey, what is up, everyone? I'm Nate with Back from the Vault. Today, we're going to be looking at the October releases from Vinegar Syndrome. I'm very late to doing this. I've just been way too busy, so I'm getting to this really late. This is December now, but again, forgive me. I got very far behind, but I'm going to talk about them now. I got a lot of movies here. This is the whole October slate from Vinegar Syndrome, and there were very, very fun movies in this pile. Some things I really enjoyed, and some things I didn't really enjoy, but we'll get into that. So we've got The Ghost Dance. Ghost Dance is a Blu-ray release from Vinegar Syndrome. This is number 481 in their mainline VS line. Love this slipcover artwork. I love it so much. This is incredible. Like, keep up this kind of artwork. I really like this. I think this artwork is probably some of my favorite from Vinegar Syndrome. I really like this. And so you get this on the back. I think it's great. Now, as for the movie, I also think it's great. The Ghost Dance is very fun. Now, I wouldn't say it's the best slasher out there, but it's very fun. I did have a good time with this. Now, it's fun enough that I'm going to try to convince John and Caleb, my co-hosts, if you're familiar with this channel, you've seen them before. We do a series where we go through and watch, just movies together, and we review them. And usually, that was really the focus of this channel at the start, and it still is. So at some point when we get back into that, I may have them watch Ghost Dance on Blu-ray. Yeah, really like this movie. So yeah, The Ghost Dance. This movie's great. I had a lot of fun with it. I think, again, it's not the best slasher in the world, but it's got a lot of fun elements. I like the idea of a Native American spirit coming back to life and attacking people in a museum at that. The museum setting is incredible. I think it was super fun. Now, there's a few things in it, like I said, that are a little silly, some things I didn't care about. Sometimes it kind of drags on a little bit, but the idea itself of, a Native American coming back to life, like a Native American spirit coming back to life and attacking people, is such a unique concept, and I really, really like that. So this is the reversible cover art, and then, I think the other side is the slipcover artwork. Yeah, it is. So if you want to flip it, it's the same artwork as the slipcover. So you've got that. And yeah, that's The Ghost Dance. I mean, I can't really say much about it. Again, stay tuned for a full in-depth review from me and my friends if we decide to do that. But just give you my thoughts. I think October was, I don't know. I won't say that just yet. I think October is a pretty okay month for Vinegar Syndrome. That's what I'll say. I think it was a pretty good month for some of these releases. But anyways, you have The Tenant on 4K. I was going to do a standalone video on this. Decided not to. Figured I'd wait and just do an all-in-one video. This is some of their most interesting some casework they've done. So it's a hard box like the VS use, and it is windowed. So it has a window that opens up, and that's how you get the movie out. And so I'll show you in just a sec the contents on the inside, but I want to talk about the movie for a little bit. So The Tenant, this is a Roman Polanski movie. It's very fun. I did enjoy it. If you've seen Rosemary's Baby, though, I feel like you're not missing much here. It's very similar to Rosemary's Baby. I think that it follows a very similar pattern and formula. You have people inside of an apartment building, and they've done something to a woman. And Roman Polanski moves into that woman's apartment after she's, after supposedly something's happened to her. You don't know if it's for sure the other tenants of the apartment, but you think that there's something weird about people staying in this apartment building, especially like the landlord and things like that. So anyways, the whole movie is just a slow burn. It's full of just eerie, suspenseful atmosphere and stuff. Like, there's a lot of things that are happening, and you really see Roman Polanski's character start to mentally break because of all the things that are happening in the film. And I think it's really good. I really enjoyed it. But again, like I said, if you've seen Rosemary's Baby, you've seen this movie. It is very slow. There's a lot of moments where it's just Roman Polanski trying to figure stuff out. And then there's an interview with Roman Polanski in the special features for this, and it's new. And I thought that was pretty interesting, too. The fact that somebody was able to sit down and get an interview with Roman Polanski especially after all the things that have been said about him and things that he's done and been accused of. So I won't get into that too much, but I mean, yeah, he's not such a great guy as so many people say. So, anyways, inside the box you've got the Tenet with a slipcover, and then this is the reversible artwork. I think the other side is the same as the slipcover. I normally do the reversible artwork if I can because I like it to be different. So you've got that, and then you've got a booklet here, and it's one of these nice VSU style booklets, and they went all out, I think, for this release, and they should have because it's a great release. I forgot to mention what's her name? Adejanya, right? It's like Isabel Adejanya. She's incredible. She is so good. I probably said the wrong name. Forgive me. But either way, she's great. The female in this movie, she does a really good job, and I love her. I think she does a really good job. So the Tenet, that's a big one, a really big one for this month. I'll be honest, I think I liked the Ghost Dance more than the Tenet, but just because it's crazy. It's so silly and crazy. But, the Tenet is a really, really good movie. Say what you want about the director, but the Tenet is great. So, that's $482 in the VS line. The Tenet. The next one blew me away. It's probably my favorite out of the whole bunch, if I'm being honest. And I didn't expect to like this as much as I did. It's really gross and weird, but it's great. And that is Corpse Mania. So Corpse Mania is, I think it's even a Shaw Brothers movie, but it's a Chinese, like Hong Kong Category 3 movie. But it's a giallo. It has everything you'll know and love from Chinese cinema, but it's also a giallo. And I love that. I love that so much. So you have a man wearing, a black fedora. He wears like a white, I think a doctor mask shown here, sunglasses, but he wears a trench coat, and he's just walking around, dicing people up and leaving bodies everywhere and doing things like that. It's really weird. There's a lot of things happening in the movie that, and you just don't know who it is or who it might be. It does kind of lead you in different directions. It's everything you would know and love from a giallo, but then it's also got the craziness of a Hong Kong Category 3 movie, where I think he's a necrophiliac, I want to say. It's been so long since I've seen this, but yeah, he's a necrophiliac, and he's like doing weird things to the bodies. There's a whole, I won't go too far into detail, but there's a whole segment where he's got like a dead body, and he's like rubbing her down in some kind of lotion or some shit. It's so weird. And he's got her in a weird position. I don't know. But it's so atmospheric and cool, especially towards the end. There's a scene I'm thinking about in particular where it's very foggy, and it's just so good. I love this. I love this movie. I think it's my favorite out of the bunch. I'm dying to rewatch it. I'll probably rewatch it again soon already. But yeah, I love Hong Kong Category 3 stuff, and I loved this. I thought it was great. It's gross and weird, but it's right up my alley. So there's I don't remember if I even flipped the reversible artwork. I'll take a look and see. I think it's I did. So this is the reversible artwork. So the other is what's on the slipcover. But yeah, so I mean, this is great. I loved it. This is number 483 in the VS line. And then we've got the box set of the month, and the box set of the month, mine anyways, is kind of coming apart. You could probably see it there. It's sticking up, but that's how it came, and what can you do? So, Forgotten Gialli, Volume 7. Two of these movies I really liked. One of them I didn't like as much. I thought it was kind of boring, to be honest. But these are all Italian Gialli, and they're from the 80s, and I think two of them, again, are really good. But the one that I didn't necessarily like is in this too. And we'll just start with the first one I watched. I watched them in order, but Mystery, Mystery, whatever you want to say. Pretty good. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I think in terms of nudity, though, this one's really strange because it has a lot of nudity, and it's a very sexual movie. There's a lot of... These are all three pretty hypersexual gialli. giallo, and so I think this one, it's very nude. It has a lot of nudity. It's very sexual, but I'll say that in terms of like actual on-screen nudity, it didn't. I don't even think it shows much until like midway through or towards the end. It's really weird because it'll do like these shots of the main female, and she's like topless, right? But she's always covering with something, and even when there's a scene where I won't get too far into it, but basically the main female is a prostitute. So she's, committing sex acts on men. And a lot of times when she's doing things like that, it's like covering her up, but she's still doing whatever it is. Like she could be on top of a guy, but she's covered up for the most part. So I think it was very tame in that regard, but it's a kind of political like giallo. It's got a lot of strange elements to it. But overall, I thought it was pretty good. I liked this one, especially near the end. About halfway through and near the end, there's something that happens. And at one point in the movie, though, I want to say I was watching and I'm like, okay, the movie's about to end, right? Like something happens and you think it's going to end, and then it doesn't. Like they like go off and something else happens. So overall, though, not a bad movie. I like this one. I wouldn't say it's my favorite in the set, but it's really good. So that's Mystery. Then you have Obsession, A Taste for Fear. I did enjoy this one a lot. I think this is my favorite out of the set. It's kind of strange because it's like almost futuristic, but not really. There's some elements to it that feel very like futuristic, especially. I'm sure if you guys are familiar with movies from the 80s and 90s, you see like a computer and it's like they made computers look super futuristic and silly in a lot of movies, and this is no exception. But I did really enjoy this one. I like it's like a fashion model, the fashion model aspect of the movie. And I think this is one movie in this set where you see pretty much every woman in the movie naked. There's not a single woman in this movie that doesn't get naked at some point. Even there's a big butchy woman. Is that even a safe term to use anymore? There's a big woman who gets naked, and she's very manly and muscular. She has like I feel like she has a shaved head, or close to it at least. And I was like, I did not expect to see that. No, like, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't expect to see her get topless. Anyways, Obsession, A Taste for Fear, fashion model, giallo, someone in the fashion model industry is well, I don't even know if it's just fashion models. It's just models, I think. They're going around whacking people, and you got to figure out who and why. And there's even like, I want to say this one even had a lesbian sort of aspect to it too, which I thought was interesting. So yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I really enjoyed this one. I think it was my favorite in the set. So I'm going to go through these kind of quick. Again, I'm trying my best to like articulate my words. I'm just coming back from a little bit of a hiatus, so again, bear with me. But we're going to get through it together. I'm also still sick. I'm getting over a sickness. So the last one is Sweets from a Stranger. I don't remember much about this one, but I remember it being prostitutes, and there's a big reveal at the end that I didn't like, and there's a really weird thing in the movie where they say something about a little girl, and it put me off. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? But I don't want to spoil it, but I really want to talk about it too. It's bad. So Sweets from a Stranger, least favorite in the set. I honestly hated this one. It was such a bore. It was so hard to get through. It's not my favorite at all, and I wouldn't recommend this to anyone. This movie particularly. The set's good. I would buy it for the other two, but I did not like this one at all. Barely anything happens. It's super talky. It's super like, what's the word? Sorry guys. It's like super social commentary heavy. It's like sex workers are getting killed and they're trying to figure out why, and it's up to the group of girls to stop it, and they've got to figure out who's killing them, and the police are bumbling and won't do anything, and so they've got to team up and get them to stop it. So it's okay. I feel like it was also a little devoid of nudity, if I remember correctly. I think there's maybe there's some. I don't really remember this one a whole bunch because it was just so forgettable, to be honest. So out of the set, least favorite. And yeah, so that's Forgotten Gialli Volume 7. And I mean, yeah, that's everything from October. I think in terms of box art, if you guys have seen the other Forgotten Gialli sets, this is my favorite. This is so good. I love this so much. I think this is some of the best box art that we've gotten from the Forgotten Gialli line. So I really like this. I think it's really cool. I don't know what all I can show. Yeah, there's nudity on that side, so I won't show that one. So yeah, Forgotten Gialli, Volume 7. This is number 484 in the VS line. I enjoyed it. I think it's great. Again, I'm a subscriber. I get all of this stuff through my subscription. So I did pay for this stuff. But again, I get it from a subscription where I pay at the beginning of the year. So if I were to break it down in cost, I think I save a little bit of money for subscribing. But if you were to buy this, I would wait for a sale. All of these, really, I would probably wait for a sale. Corpse Mania, I love that one, and I highly recommend it. But if you've got to be a fan of Hong Kong Category 3 stuff. Like, I don't. It's weird because I don't know if there are too many fans for that sort of thing out there. But the Ghost Dance, buy that one. The Ghost Dance is very fun. It should be kind of affordable. It's a Blu-ray. So, yeah, I think if you were to get anyone out of a blind buy, Ghost Dance is very rewarding. Love it. I think it's great. Forgotten Gialli Volume 7. Wait for sale. The Tenet. That's probably sold out by now because it's super popular. But I would also get that one probably too. So, yeah, overall, October was a decent month for Vinegar Syndrome in my opinion. I enjoyed every release that I had. Even Sweets from a Stranger and this Forgotten Gialli set. It's bad, but it's not horrible. It was still watchable. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I can really say about the October Vinegar Syndrome slate. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell below to be notified on all future videos, and we'll see you next time.